Shalom Yeladim. Today I have a fun story that I really like. It's one of my favorite stories and it's called Tacky the Penguin. Written by Helen Lester, illustrated by Lynn Munsinger. Let's see what it's all about. Tacky the Penguin. There once lived a penguin. His home was a nice icy land he shared with his companions. His companions were named Goodly, Lovely, Angel, Neatly, and Perfect. His name was Tacky. Tacky was an odd bird. Does anybody know what that means? What is odd? Think about it. Let's see if we can figure it out. Every day, Goodly, Lovely, Angel, Neatly, and Perfect greeted each other quietly and politely. Good morning. How are you? Lovely to see you. Tacky greeted them with a hearty slap on the back and a loud, "What's happening?" Goodly, Lovely, Angel, Neatly, and Perfect always marched. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tacky always marched 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 6, 0, 2.5, 0. His companions were graceful divers. Look how nicely they all dive in. Tacky liked to do splashy cannonballs. Look out below! Goodly, Lovely, Angel, Neatly, and Perfect always sang pretty songs like Sunrise on the iceberg, what a lovely day. Tacky always sang songs like How many toes does a fish have? Tacky was an odd bird. Are you getting an idea of what it means? Tacky seems very different than his companions. One day, the penguins heard the thump, thump, thump of feet in the distance. This could mean only one thing. Hunters had come. What are hunters, Yeladim? Hunters are people that catch animals. They take them away. They trap them. They came with maps and traps and rocks and locks, and they were rough and tough. As the thump, thump, thump drew closer, the penguins could hear their growly voices chanting, "We're gonna catch some pretty penguins, and we'll march them with the switch, and we'll sell them for $1 and get rich, rich, rich." So that's what they're planning to do. They're planning to catch the penguins and sell them for money. Goodly, Lovely, Angel, Neatly, and Perfect ran away in fright. They hid behind a big block of ice. Tacky stood alone. The hunters marched right up to him, chanting, "We're gonna catch some pretty penguins, and we'll march them with a switch, and we'll sell them for $1 and get rich, rich, rich." "What's happening?" blared Tacky, giving one hunter an especially hearty slap on the back. They growled, "We're hunting for penguins. That's what's happening." Oh, they don't seem very nice at all. "Penguins?" said Tacky. "Do you mean those birds that march neatly in a row?" And he marched 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. 3, 6, 0, 2.5, 0. The hunters looked puzzled. They didn't know what's going on. "Do you mean those birds that dive so gracefully?" Tacky asked. And he did a splashy cannonball. Ha ha, like he always does. The hunters looked wet. "Do you mean those birds that sing such pretty songs?" Tacky began to sing, and from behind the block of ice came the voices of his companions, all singing as loudly and dreadfully as they could. How many toes does a fish have? And how many wings on a cow? I wonder, yup, I wonder. The hunters could not stand the horrible singing. This could not be the land of the pretty penguins. They ran away with their hands clasped tightly over their ears, leaving behind their maps and traps and rocks and locks, and not looking at all so rough and tough. Goodly, lovely angel, neatly and perfect, hugged Tacky. Tacky was an odd bird, but a very nice bird to have around. So do we know what odd means? You see, odd is different. Tacky was very different than his companions, his friends. But he's still a good friend. He's still very, very nice to have as part of their group. And that's the end. I'll have another story of Tacky soon. I'll read it to you another day. Bye, Yeladin.